stories told. Let your journey now begin. In the magic, let's dive in. So tell me, what do the cards reveal? What's the truth they conceal? She's the high priestess with the key to every question that's haunting me. A lover's heart or a warning from the past. In the terror's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. In the tarot's embrace, I'm spellbound at last. Truth's come undone, it's a dance we must face. In the chaos I find my place. The moonlight glows, the veil is thin. Lunar affinity will call again. Thanks for walking in the light, where guides whisper pure insight. Until we meet, the cards will wait. Mystic whispers guide your fate. With every message our spirits send, for cosmic dreams our souls transcend.
Hello, everyone, and welcome in. Hopefully, you guys had a good holiday. If you celebrate, if not, hopefully, it just was a good day in general. I know most of us are off on the weekends, so hopefully, the Sunday blues aren't hitting you guys. Mystic, thank you for the donation. I'm going to add you to the list, okay? All right, let's get started on the free readings. We're going to start with Margaret. Thank you guys for liking the live as well. Margaret, I'm getting a yes for you, the Chariots. Hood Mystic. Hood Mystic. Yes, Three of Pentacles. Sophie. Sophie, I'm getting a maybe. I have the Two of Pentacles. I don't think this decision has been made. So I'm going to say no, but it doesn't mean that the energy won't change. Anna. I have a yes for Anna, Four of Wands. I have a no for nannies, Five of Cups. Please make sure if you drop the yes/no question that you are liking the live stream. Consider that your currency for paying me to do this for free. Babe, will you toss me? Oh, never mind. I'll ask you in a minute. I'm getting a yes for Natty Nat. Ocean Summer. They're thinking about it. King of Swords. I'm leaning towards a yes, so we'll go with that. Positive Bear, yes. Knight of Wands.
You want strawberry one?
Yeah, please. Thanks, babe. Don't forget there's Chinese still in there. There was rice in the Tupperware next to it if you need extra rice. All right, this is for Maya. Thanks, babe. Maya, I'm getting a yes. Ace of Wands. Shavana, not right now. Three of Swords. Sully, there is a donation list. Yes, sorry, I'm a little late on that. Currently, we have 3 donations that have been sent through. So if you donate now, there will be 3 people ahead of you. This is for Amy. Amy, I'm getting a yes. 10 of Pentacles. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you guys for liking the live stream. Make sure that if you haven't had a chance to do that, you click the like real quick for me, especially if you dropped a yes, no question in the chat. This is for Shannon. Shannon, I am getting, 7 of Wands. Hermit. I'm going to say no right now, Shannon. Thank you, lovely. You're welcome, everyone. Hey, sweeter. So remember, I don't answer like legal questions. You're welcome, Maya. You're welcome, Shavana. Okay, sweeter. No worries. Yes, Ari, the world. Hey, Emily, welcome in. Hey, SB. Happy Easter, Marta. I am doing well. Thank you for asking. Okay, honey. Might have been little handles on that thing. Emily, I'm leaning towards a yes, Emily. I have Judgment in the Queen of Swords. This is generally a yes, but because these cards typically talk about a judgment call, needing to make a decision, and the Queen of Swords is like very observant and not really action oriented, it makes me feel like we're thinking about it, but we haven't quite decided. But these are positive cards in general, so I'm going to say yes, but just keep that in mind. All right, this is for hello. I have a yes, hello. I have the Empress card for you. That makes sense because he said he's not sure if he can make it. Okay, you're welcome, Emily. Marta, I have a no for you, 9 of Swords. I think you'll be getting closer to that sweeter reconciliation, but I think he's still very guarded even after baby is born. 9 of Wands and Judgment. So I think some healing will need to be made, some apologies, some forgiveness, some clarity before I feel like he's ready to open up. I also have the Hierophant, which indicates that he feels like there's a serious need to get on the same page and figure out if you guys want the same things. So I think there's a lot to work through still. All right, guys, I can only answer like one more person. If you post after 9:45, the list is closed. We're working towards the end of the list. S Virgo. S Virgo, let's see. S Virgo, I think there are parts of him that have love for you, but I wouldn't say he would say that. I feel like he would not agree that he's in love with you. I think that feels too big, but it doesn't mean you guys can't work towards that. But there's always, you know, like I feel like he has special like feelings for you, but maybe his definition of being in love is not where he's at right now, if that makes sense. Sienna. Yes, Ace of Cups. You're welcome, Amy. All right, guys, that is where I'm going to have to leave it. Thank you so much for stopping in. We are going to move on to the donations, and give me a second because I've got to post the list here. You're welcome, SB. All right, guys, this is the order of the donations that we currently have right now. If you want to donate and you want to pay to skip, it's $5. You can do that, but you can't skip ahead of pre-orders, only non-pre-orders. So I just want to be clear about that. We're looking at about 40 minutes worth of readings that I have to get through before it's your turn. So I just recommend getting your donations in as soon as possible because you'll be waiting the least amount of time. We're going to go ahead and get started on Lovely. So Lovely, I know that you said you'd be back in a few minutes. Just want to make sure that you are here. If this is in your way, you can just like push it. We're going to give Lovely another minute or so to check in. And then we'll move. Oh, hey, girl. Okay, perfect. All right. Shuffling now for you. We are working on, oh my God, my voice. We're working on channel message from for Lovely. I won't be talking for a few minutes, but I am here monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, let me know. I just posted the donation list. So you guys can see what order we've got going right now. Oh my goodness. What is this?
Smell it.
Right.
It's hot. It's hot. It's something to smell.
I think I got it. I was like, are you making me dinner? What's happening? I already forgot. Oh my god. I'm sorry, guys. Lovely. We are about halfway done. Okay. So let me get this sent over to you real quick. Okay. Your message. If you're wondering what I feel now, it's longing for sure and a deep admiration. Time with you felt like a moment that slipped out of time, like we borrowed it from another life where things worked out differently. I want to go back there and find that place. It's all I've wanted since the fallout. The warmth of your laugh, the way your eyes sparkled, I remember it all over and over. I messed up, and trust me, I know it now. Instead of stepping towards you, I pulled away, and every time I replayed in my mind, I give us a different ending. One where I pull you toward me. I let fear and past experiences ruin this. Oh, you did? That like makes me so happy. I'm just smiling because I don't know what to say to that, but thank you so much. I didn't know that you said that to your channel, but I appreciate that. He told you that? And look at what he did. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I refer people to you too, especially like just because you have a similar style to me in the sense where it's like if you have to deliver bad news, you give it like a positive spin. I think you and I think very similarly. So I'll always refer to people who I feel read kind of similar to me. And you know, you have your own vibe, but I'll refer to you, and then I also refer to my cousin Brittany too. But I don't really think I've referred to many other people outside of that. Hey, Life, if you want to donate for your question, you can, but we're not doing free readings anymore. Thank you, lovely. You're so sweet. I really appreciate that. He said, I always say that you resonate with me because in general you remind me of me. Yes, exactly. Thank you, lovely. Have a good night. Our free list is closed for the night. You guys are welcome to donate. If Taka is here, please check in. Hey, Taka. All right, so I have your questions. Are you going to be able to hang in there? Because I'm about to get started on your readings. I know you said you might be falling asleep. All right, so I know you dropped a bunch of information, so give me 1 second while I read through everything. All right, so first question, his thoughts towards you. So he still views you as a risk. Because there's a temptation here that he feels that he's not sure if he should act on. I think that the more he gets to know you, the more time you spend together, the more this is difficult to resist. But he associates you with, if I go for this, I could lose something. So it's risky for him to kind of move towards you, but I feel like he's like, I fear I don't really have a choice because my feelings for this person are getting stronger and more noticeable to me. The devil is like kind of like luring you in. There's definitely an appeal that you have to him, and definitely an interest in this connection. I think he also appreciates the fact that you don't rush him. I think that's important because I think he's picking up the vibes. He knows there's kind of something going on or some kind of chemistry happening here, but he doesn't feel like you pressure him or put any kind of expectation onto him. And he really appreciates that. So there's something about taking your time and allowing him to have the time he needs for this is really important to him. So while there may be obvious interest, he's like, I appreciate that she doesn't like put me on the spot and like make me feel uncomfortable. So what I will say is that his plan, I think, and that's kind of digging into the next question, but because it's here and I have access to it, I'm just going to say it. His plan is to just get to know you more right now, because what he feels like is, if I get to know her and I fall for her, then it's worth risking my job for. Not that he would lose his job, not that this would even matter at all, But he's saying I would be more willing to risk it by communicating to the higher ups that a relationship is forming, as long as I knew the feelings for her were real. So as far as like his actions moving forward in general is just to get to know you, because he's not there yet and he's not ready to put his job on the line. He's worked very hard to be where he is, and it's not something he wants to do. But I think in his mind, he's saying there's no harm in getting to know her more. And if something happens, then something happens. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But generally, I think he genuinely enjoys spending time around you, having fun with you. He's showing up as the emperor, so he likes showing up as someone who is like the boss, the one in charge, the one leading. He likes looking like that to you, that he's like the leader. But he does show you here as the Nine of Pentacles with a lot of very independent boss vibes yourself, that you can really hold things down if needed. I feel like he has respect for you and appreciation for you too on a work level as well. Let's see if I can get anything else here. I think in order to see a transition in your connection, he's really going to have to like get to know you, and he's really going to have to think about it. This is not someone who acts impulsively. This is someone who thinks very hard and long over a course of probably a long period of time before doing anything that could jeopardize what he has worked so hard for. Lastly, I have the Ace of Cups. So this is showing me that there is new feelings that are being stirred for him, potentially a crush. Noticing that you are crushing out on him is also an interpretation of this card here. Basically, this indicates that there's like new feelings that are being involved in this connection. And because the question is, what are his thoughts towards you? And I pull the Ace of Cups, I would say it's a safe bet that he is feeling you just as much as you're feeling him. So let's look into a little more specifically his actions for this week, for the next week or so. I am getting a yes that your connection will continue to build this week, but it's not going to be anything drastic. I just want to throw it out there. I think the kind of build that you're going to see where it's really going to matter or make a difference is going to be over like a longer course or a longer period of time. So for example, I want to say you've known this person for a couple months, if I'm not mistaken. Think about when you first met him versus where you guys are at now. You can see a huge improvement. But day to day, week to week, it might not feel like much. And that's what I'm kind of getting here. So it is a steady build, but I don't know if you would consider it to be something super noticeable. I haven't picked up any thoughts on you physically, Taka. I think that he's just a very modest, very conservative person. Like even the Four of Swords are saying he's trying to keep his thoughts locked up. But I do see the sun. So I think the thought process is, when you make sure that you're looking really good, you got, whatever makes you feel good, whether that's, accessorizing, jewelry, like makeup, hair, whatever makes you feel good. I think he appreciates that. And then there is this feeling, and I might have already told you before, where he wants to see you outside of work, like curious about your style, curious how you would dress yourself. So maybe like interested, hey Nyasia, maybe interested in some kind of like work party or something like that, something where he can kind of see you maybe a little outside of your work element, I think is something he's interested in. He definitely is appreciating you physically, because in the last reading I was getting that he's crushing out a little bit on you. So I don't think that you would crush on someone if you're not physically attracted to them. But like I said, he's trying to be very modest with his thoughts when it comes to your physical appearance. I have 4 actions this week. We have the Hierophant. So the Hierophant talks about how we identify, who we identify with, our people who feel like family or close friends. It indicates that the things that we have in common, things that could potentially bring us closer together. So with the Hierophant being in action, it indicates to me that he's probably going to just try to continue to get to know you, try to see if there's anything else that you guys have in common. Maybe like you both are oldest siblings, or you have a certain hobby that you like that maybe he's done or has interest in, or maybe like upbringings. Maybe there's a restaurant that you really like to go to that he's like, dang, I love that restaurant too. Just anything that he can find that kind of brings you guys together in a way that like you guys feel like, oh, we have a similar interest. Here's another bond that brings us together. Do you have a similar sense of style, similar sense of music? Is there like a favorite artist that you have? That kind of thing. I feel like that's what he's trying to do. It's not going to be quieter this week necessarily, but with the 4 of Swords indicates to me that he's not going to be opening up to you emotionally. He's still going to keep things very much on the surface. But I feel like you will see him. I'm gonna bet you will see him at least once or twice this week, because the 8 of Wands here, which indicates like movement, movement and communication coming in for you and things like that. So basically, in his mindset, he's very logical minded. He's going to be focusing on like getting to know you on a personal level. He probably will still try to keep things very professional, very platonic, but at the same time, you'll still feel that sense of like, joking. And you had said a couple of things. What did you say? You said texting, calling, joking, things like that. I don't think that's going to really change too much. Taka, so that is what I have for you. Naisha, are you having a good night? You're welcome, Taka. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. Sleep well. Next up, we have Mystic for an in-depth reading. Mystic, Yara, are you here? I guess there's no other way to explain that. I'm gonna message Mystic really quick. Oh, Mystic, hey. Hey there, I've got you for an in-depth reading. What can I do for you? How's it going? It's going good. busy day tomorrow for us, but I'm looking forward to a day off. I gotta be honest. Naisha hears you talking, and she said hi, B.
Who said howdy?
He said howdy. He mowed the lawn today, and he's the pollen and just all the like debris is like coating his throat, and he's like suffering from allergies right now. I feel bad. Thanks, girl. We'll probably be out. I mean, the sucky thing about it is we'll probably be out from like morning until night, but I'm hoping that there'll be some relaxation somewhere. At least it's a day of errands with Brennan, and we can like find pockets of time to enjoy. Maybe we'll grab some lunch while we're out or something. Dang, really? I think it's affecting everyone. I just started taking Claritin like 3 days ago. All right, Mystic, I'm shuffling for you now. Would a relationship between Mystic and Christian work out? So with the cards I'm getting, Mystic, I am getting a yes for you. Oh, you're not feeling bad. You feel bad that he feels bad. I got you. I'm getting a yes for you, Mystic. So we're going to kind of go through the energies that I'm picking up for you, because even though this is a yes, no question, I want to elaborate. You donated for an in-depth. So the first card I have is the Six of Wands. So the energy I'm picking up on is like feeling appreciated, feeling admired. The Six of Wands also can speak to a public recognition. So this is someone who will want to make sure that if you guys get into a relationship, I'm taken. Okay. Like he wants other people to know you guys are together, and he will introduce you to his friends. He'll introduce you to his family. Social media, you'll definitely be on it if he has social media. It's like the public recognition basically saying that when people think of him, they'll identify the two of you together and vice versa. So I really like seeing Six of Wands in a reading when it comes to relationships and like, will things go well? Because it indicates that this person will just be very faithful to you, because he's very interested in making sure other people know that you guys are together. We have the King of Pentacles, so it indicates to me that he's a good leader, provider type, somebody who may not always work out the details all the time. Like if you guys are going on a date, he might like leave the location up to you, but he'll drive there, he'll pay for it, he'll take you out. Sometimes with the King of Pentacles energy, it can indicate that he will be a planner, but that's not always the case. I think that just depends on the personality, if that makes sense. But regardless, I feel like this is someone who wants to take care of you. I feel like too, with the Queen of Pentacles, it represents that you will feel like you can kind of be more in your like soft feminine era. When you guys are together, you feel like you're taken care of, and you feel like you don't have to focus so much on doing. Like you can still have your career and you can still be an independent person, but you know that all else fails, he will help you if you need it. And that makes you feel like you can be maybe a little bit more creative, or have a little bit more freedom to do the things that you like to do or you want to do, or put your money towards things that you enjoy rather than the things that you need to like survive. We have the Emperor as well. Very good husband, father material. So if you're thinking about down the line getting married, having kids, things like that, this is a really good choice. I have the Magician, which indicates that this is something you've probably been manifesting, or like he has been manifesting. We also have the Four of Wands. So this indicates like a really good foundation that you guys will build in the beginning of your relationship that will carry you through. The Four of Wands indicates his desire to take things to the next level. We also have Judgment and the Nine of Wands. So this does speak to the need to kind of get to know each other more, to start breaking down those walls a little bit. Don't be afraid to be very honest with this person. I feel like he views honesty as integrity. So if you like have questions, I feel like he wants to be very open and honest, and he's hoping that you'll do the same. I think someone that's truthful is like of value, of high value to him for whatever reason, which I mean that makes sense, but he puts a heavy emphasis on it, so that could be potentially like past experiences. Maybe he had experiences with this honesty. I think the energy is very clear for you. We have the Eight of Wands, Mystic. I'm not necessarily getting any particular blocks right now. I think it seems like a good match. So if you're feeling this person, I say go for it, because the tarot is giving me green flags here. Well, that's really nice. Hey, Crow's Nest. Our free list is closed for the night, friend. Well, I'm happy to give you good news in this reading tonight, if that's the case. So, Mystic, does that prompt any follow-up questions that you would like to add on to your donation for, or does that answer your question for the night? Okay, perfect, Mystic. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. Nyasia, you were up next. You're welcome. There is currently no wait right now. We're working on Nyasia, and after Nyasia, I don't have anyone on the list. So if anyone is interested, we're kind of rolling through this pretty quickly, I feel. So if you want little to no wait, go ahead and donate now. So Nyasia, we got you down for your usual BOGO. Whenever you're ready. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look.
What?
Okay, so Naija, you said yeah, the job was so stressful, it really shouldn't have been so much drama, not good for my chronic condition. How hell is there drama if everyone is remote? That is kind of weird. That is really weird. I never even thought about that. Unless it used to not be remote and the people that are still working there remember when it was not remote. Because I, like, for instance, Brennan, he was working in office for, I want to say, almost a year at one of his jobs, and then COVID happened and he came home and they said he'd be going back in a couple months, and he ended up being remote like indefinitely. But everyone that was there had worked there in office, and then it went to remote, and then there was like a lot of issues. So I don't know, like that's the only thing I can think of, but you're right, that would be really weird. As far as will you find something better soon, your chances increase of finding something the more time goes on. So like I feel more strongly telling you yes around the 3rd month mark, a little bit weaker around 2 months, a little weaker than that around 1 month. I still think you could find something within the next month, but it almost seems like the prospects get better and higher of a chance within a 3-month period. But I'm sure that's not what you want to hear because you probably need something now. I specifically asked, will you find something better soon? And I'm getting a no, and I got a double confirmation no again. So I don't think it's going to be something within the next week or 2 or even 3 weeks. I think it's going to be a little bit before you're able to find something. I do hope that you're set up financially to be able to handle that. I'm sure that the more amount, like more time you put into this job search and things like that, the quicker it will be. But I feel like Spirit's saying be prepared because you might not find something for a month. Like, I just don't think something's coming in next week is basically what I'm trying to say. Your manager brought the drama. Everyone else is decent. Had a few providers that were annoying, but didn't have much interaction. Okay. Decent amount of savings. I'll work it out. Yes. I'm sure you will. I think you're really good with money. What I guess like what I'm hearing or like what I need to say is that if you're able to give yourself more time to find something better, that is going to work out for you, because what might happen is if you take a job out of not necessarily desperation, but urgency, like you might find yourself in the same position in a couple of months again. And so you're more likely to find that quote unquote better something if you give it more time and don't just jump on the first or second thing that you see available to you. I want you to be a little pickier if you can afford it. If you can and you're kind of like, I really need to get a paycheck under my belt, then do what you got to do. But that's basically the message that I feel like I need to tell you. Okay, good. Glad we're on the same page. Okay, launch your website. Still have something I need to add. 85% done. I'll find clients soon. So I take it it's live. Your website is live. All right, will she find clients soon? Yay, congratulations. I am getting a yes. I'm seeing lots of smiles. We're seeing prospects, Knight of Cups. So whenever I see Knight of Cups, I think prospect, whether that's a prospect in love or a prospect in career. It essentially indicates to me that there's at least one person stepping forward with interest. You did? If it was like not that long ago or what, I have not checked that email in a very long time. I do apologize. Let me go back real quick. Let me take a look at it. Sometimes I'll like skim and just see if there's anything. Wait, maybe it went to spam because I don't see it. No, it's not in spam. How long ago? Oh my god. Oh, wait. Hold on. You sent it yesterday? Because I see it now. This is so weird, Nyasha. Okay. So if I type your name into my email, if I type your name, I see it. But if I go to my inbox and I go to yesterday's date, your email is not here. I have 2 emails from yesterday and they're from like other companies. But if I type in your name, your email populates. That's really weird. Aw, I'm so happy for you. This looks so good. I love the colors that you chose. Oh, look at this picture. Oh my god, this looks so good. I love that you have testimonials. This looks so good. Oh, I know this took a long time. I'm gonna have to look at this and read kind of everything, but I'm scrolling through right now. That looks amazing. Wow. Congratulations. That's awesome. Hi Gemini. Your picture's in the About Us page. Let me see. Oh, I see. Look at you and your smiling face. Oh my gosh, I love that picture of you. It looks so good. I know. I think the testimonials thing, that's probably something that's just going to come with time. You know what I mean? Since it's so new. But to kind of go back to your reading a little bit, I do see prospects. Okay. They're going to come in a little slowly, but I think you'll be very happy because you're going to be seeing the momentum picking up maybe even faster than you thought, or maybe around the time that you thought, and you're going to be like feeling good about it. Because I have the Knight of Cups, and as I mentioned, that always reminds me of prospects. Like, it reminds me of prospects in whatever question we're asking. I also see with the Hierophant, lots of smiles, lots of happy faces. It's actually reminding me of the first picture on your website where everyone's kind of grouped together just having a good time. But this indicates to me that it may not be quantity right away, but it will be quality, because the Hierophant talks about people that identify with you, finding you and resonating with you and feeling like this is the direction that they need to go. And they want to be close to you. They want to be close to this project, and they feel like it's what's for them. And I think that's kind of the goal right now, is to find people who are resonating with your mission and with what it is that you're trying to do here. And I think that's what you get with the Hierophant. There's still obviously a lot of work to be done, but to ask, will you find clients? I do feel like that is going to happen for you. The Eight of Pentacles is here, which does encourage me to tell you that the work is not done, that you are still going to need to be putting in the effort to basically trying to find people yourself. Like, you know, the website is great and it's there, but there's more that needs to be done to kind of get you that exposure that you're going to need to find those clients. So, and again, I wish I knew more about what you're doing. Like, I kind of have an idea, but I think you have to utilize the tools available to you to get that exposure that you're looking for. Oh, that's okay. To get that exposure that you're looking for. I think, you know, social media is a huge thing, and we can't forget that, especially because your website, and this work that you're doing, this business that you're starting, this is not in person. This is not a building that someone can go to. It's not anything like that. It's all remote from what I understand. So when you're remote, you have to think outside of the box to get yourself out there. It's not like someone's going to drive by and see this building and be like, what's what's this about? Let me look into it. Like, you're going to have to find ways to kind of get that exposure, you know, as organically as you possibly can, utilizing those tools. But I feel like Spirit is just saying, like, don't forget, your job's not done. There's stuff on your side, your call to actions you'll have to do to get yourself out there before you start seeing those clients coming in. Don't worry about reading the site. It's so much. I mean, you can if you want to. I just want to show you that I refuse to give up. I love it. I submitted for Google my business page. That's perfect. The thing is too, Naija, that I'm hearing is that because what you're offering is kind of niche, it's like people aren't going to know to look for it. So for example, if I need a gym, I'm going to Google gyms in my area, and it's going to populate physical locations for me. It might populate a couple YouTube videos where I could work out at home, but I'm going to know gyms exist, and I'm going to know to look for gyms on Google. I think for your company, we want to get you on Google where we figure out what the SEO is. We figure out what are people searching for that will bring them to my page. Because if you're doing something so out of the box and so different, people aren't going to know to look for it. But if they are looking for something similar to what you offer, we want to make sure you're on that first page. Does that make sense? So that's another message that I'm getting. I donate it whenever I get free. Yes, Gemini, absolutely. Hold on one second. Let me I gotta switch my emails back real quick. Yes, Gemini. So post whenever you're ready and you will be next, okay? Yeah, that's perfectly fine, Gemini. That's what I prefer. If you have to leave the chat, you can always leave your question with me. Content engagement is good. All right, Gemini. So when you say spread before you leave, when you say spread, are you wanting me to do the love spread for you, or do you just want me to answer your question, how is Sag feeling about you? Because I have two options. I can answer any question that you have for me, or I can do the love spread. Naisha says, yes, working on SE2 hashtags. Perfect. Going to use all this time in between jobs to work on a strategy and execute. I think that's amazing. You're going to be able to divide your day just fine, Naisha, and you have so much knowledge on this. Like, I think that it's going to all work out just fine. You'll be able to block off your day. You'll be able to say, okay, like from this time to this time, I'm dedicating to, my, CGS, my clinician growth solutions. And then from this block to this block, maybe for an hour or two, I'll be applying to jobs. I think you're going to be able to really figure it out. The love spread sounds nice, but I kind of want to know how he's feeling right now because I'm still hoping to see him tonight. The other night I asked if I would see him. I got a yes. Okay, Gemini. So I will just answer that question for you. And then we'll also answer your yes, no question as well. You are going to be next. So once I finish up with Naisha, I'll be working on yours. Okay. You said that's exactly what I've been doing, planning and applying to jobs. Yeah, you got this. I feel like you make smart decisions. You always find a way to work it out. Even earlier, you're like, it'll all work out. It'll be fine. I think that as long as you have that mindset, it really is all going to just work out just fine for you. But like I said, I see a prospect or two, pretty early on, people of interest. I think this is definitely something that's going to be a slow build over time before you're really starting to see that profit. But I think it all really just depends on how much you're putting into it, because I remember when I did a reading for you, I was saying that you're still going to need something to supplement your income in the meantime. This is like the long-term goal, basically. This definitely resonates. I'll continue to help you. No, I'll continue to keep you posted. I really appreciate your kind words. You're welcome, Naisha. I'm really happy for you. I think this is incredible. And I'm definitely going to take the time to kind of look through this a little bit more as well. I know that it's a lot of information, so I might, like I said, might not be able to get to everything. But it looks really cool, so I'll look into it. ChatGPT, like, I love them. I mean, I love them. I love it. I really do. Because they'll create you like a social media calendar for you, like what to be posting. They'll give you like captions, they'll give you hashtags. They're great for content calendars. And then just prompting, literally anything. I mean, chat GPT, BFFs, me and chat, you know? Okay. All right, girl. Well, have a good rest of your night. It was good seeing you. Okay, so this is for the Gemini. So TikTok has been helpful too. I study people who have tons of followers and seem like they get tons of sales. That's awesome. It's always good to get inspired from other people. Find a way to make it your own, but she said feel better. She's heading out.
Oh, well, okay.
She said thank you. Okay, so the Gemini says, how's Saj feeling about me tonight at this moment? Want to know how he's feeling right now. I'm hoping to see him tonight. The other night I asked if I would see him. I got a yes. So, all right, let's see if anything has shifted or changed. All right, so Gemini, he's like got his tail all up in your head.
Oh, the cheeks out of my head, dude.
So Gemini, he has you in the back of his mind. We have the 9 of Wands here. So what that's telling me is that he feels like there's an obstacle to get to you today, but it's something that he still is wanting to do. It's still something that is in his mind to do. Where I am, it's getting pretty late. I don't know where you're at located or whatever. But I feel like with the 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, it indicates someone who, like, his mindset is like, I've got to get there. That's my goal. Because the 9 of Wands talks about like a finish line. Like, you are really trying hard to just get to the finish line. You're trying to work through like other things that are coming up and still trying to make everybody happy, or you're still trying to do everything and not miss anything at all. So there could be other things that are going on with him right now. Like, he could be spending time with family. He could be spending time with friends. I feel like he wants to make everybody happy. And I think that he knows he wants to end his night with you. So I think that that's his goal. That's his plan. But he does feel like he has some challenges that are kind of in the way right now. Maybe other plans are running long, or other things are getting in the way. If he works, might be very busy. There might be an opportunity for him to make some extra money on a holiday, time and a half, work a little longer if where he works is open. Generally speaking, like, I feel like he's saying, I'm trying to get to her. That's what I want to happen. I don't know how confident he is that he's going to be able to make it. I feel like he's thinking right now she's waiting on me. She's waiting on me. She wants me to get to her. And he just kind of views you as someone who's just kind of sitting there waiting for him. I have a message, but I'm trying to understand it still. So let me pull another card here. So, Gemini, we have the wheel here, and this talks about feeling lucky. It talks about, or it can talk about getting lucky, if you understand my expression. So I feel like he thinks he's going to have a good time spending time with you, hanging around you, being in your presence. I feel like he thinks he's going to have a great time. And I feel like this is genuinely something that he is looking forward to. With the 5 of Pentacles and the 9 of Swords, this indicates like a lot of stress surrounding this. The 5 of Pentacles talks about feeling like if I don't make it to her in time, she's not going to let me in. If, I don't show up, she's going to lock me out of her life. There could be like a little bit of stress about this. I asked if he genuinely wants to see you, and I am getting a yes. I have the 6 of Wands. This talks about like appreciating you and really wanting to spend time with you. He might even show up with like a gift in hand potentially, or if he's not able to make it tonight, he's going to try to make it up to you in another way. So Gemini, that is what I'm getting for you for that question, how he's feeling. Let's look into your yes, no question. Oh no. Okay. Dang, that sucks, Gemini. I'm sorry. I feel like I hear them say they're working on it. They're trying to fix it because we have 8 of Pentacles, which talks about working, and then Judgment, which talks about healing or fixing. So I feel like they're saying I'm working on it. We're trying. Is this going to be fixed tonight? Yes or no? I'm getting a no, Gemini. Maybe in the early hours of the morning. But I think you're in for some heat for a little while longer, girl. I don't know if this is going to get fixed tonight. Getting a no, 8 of Cups. You might have to like find other ways to cool down. I'm sorry. All right, so Gemini, that is what I've got for you, girl. Thank you so much. All right, friends. So we currently don't have a wait right now. I've just gotten through everybody that was on my list. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the donations open for a few more minutes and then maybe till like 11 o'clock. So if anybody else wants to donate, I'm here. I'm open. But I'll probably be signing off soon if nothing else comes through. So we're going to do last call for donations right now. Yeah, I'll give it till 11 and we'll see.